Hi, it's Melissa here, and I'm back with another layout for the cut shop. For this one, I'm using the new strings attached cut file and also the brush up alpha cut file. And here is a look at my layout. I'm scrapping my youngest again. And to start with, I cut the star strings attached file. I cut it really large. I'm really into that at the moment, and I love my hand stitching, of course. So I also cut the word go, and I joined the G and the O together and welded them in Silhouette Studio, and then I cut one of the little brush strokes that you can see next to the Z. And so here I'm using the positive cut of the star from in the middle of the cut file, and I'm just using that as a template to cut this piece of pattern paper. And if you cut a little bit larger than whatever the positive piece is, then that'll ensure that there's enough room on the edge to be able to glue it to your cut file. So after I glued this down, I did find that a little bit was overhanging. I didn't show it on camera, but all I did was just trim it off with my smaller scissors. So I'm using the Crepe Paper Cute Girl collection, and I got a selection of papers in a paper pack from Click Hits, and I also got as many of the embellishments as I could, and I also got the beautiful thickers that are pink and gold dipped, and you'll see them soon when I do my title. So here I'm just using my trusty Tombow to glue that star in, and I knew when I cut this one that I wanted some white on white, and I only wanted to fill the middle of the cut file. I've seen other people create with this cut file, and they've filled in all the other spaces as well, but either way it looks great. But because I'm going to feature colour in other parts of the layout, I wanted this just to have white on white, because I love the way that looks and it can be really effective. So here's the photo of my little darling. She started home-based care in July, so I could do a couple of days work, so that's what this layout's about. I've hand stitched around the star and around the perimeter of the circle, and that's what I was just showing you there. And here I'm pulling probably my favourite piece of paper. It's the piece that has an amazing wood grain on one side and this beautiful stripe on the other. And I really wish that I'd gotten 2 of these paper packs, because this paper is just the most difficult one to use of all. So I just wanted something on the left side of my page just to help balance out my layout, and I just wanted to not have your eye wander off the page on that side. So here's another piece of gorgeous paper on the, I think it's the A side, or I'm not sure if it's A or B, but it's got those beautiful black scallops. And then on this side it's got, I like ephemera pieces really, journaling cards, library cards, and I really think they're made to be cut up. I just love it. I just love the look of them cut up. And once again, I should have got another piece of this paper. So all I'm doing is building some layers behind my photo, and you'll see that I will maximize these pieces of paper and trim bits out, and my aim was to use up all these little bits so nothing's wasted. And when I do this kind of layering, I try not to overthink it. Some of these little cards have got words on them. I think that one says #love. This one's got fake washi. There's another one that's got the number 2, and so I often try and get those little pieces to show and peek out the side. So just building my layers, and I want to make sure that I'm placing the different shades of pink and cream around my photo. I printed this photo at home, so I printed it with a white border. Of course, I love the way that looks. I'm still loving that. And I find that occasionally I will scrap a layout with a photo and use just vellum or even a pattern paper instead of a white border. But generally I like the white border. It really makes the photo pop, and it also provides some separation between the photo and any paper layers. And what I love about this photo is that there's not many colours in it. She's wearing a navy dress. She's holding a bluey purple, it's a pencil case that actually belongs to my older daughter. And It's in our kitchen, which is very neutral. So because there's not much colour, that means I can play easily with this colourful collection. And this would have to be one of my favourite collections at the moment. I think because I have two girls, I have a boy as well, but having two girls, and there's a lot of references to sisters and girls, I'm just loving using it. So here I'm using my pop dots, and this is just the scrap, I guess, from around the pop dots, and I use everything up, as you know. And I've really super sped this up because it's not that exciting, but what I'm showing you is I wanted some dimension. Because it's white on white, I wanted this element to really lift off the page. Not in a major way, these are the thinnest dimensional adhesive that I have, but I just wanted some shadowing, and so that you could see a separation between the string, or the fake string in the cut, and the background pattern paper. So because I've lifted up that piece, because this photo will layer over the top, I need to lift up some of it as well. So what I did was use more of the same dimensional adhesive, and then I just kept checking by placing it on the cut file as to where to put it. I had a lot of fun making this layout. So here I am checking, and I think I ran out of those extra bits. So I've used some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I think they must be a similar height. I don't know why, the little ones always look smaller, but anyway, it all works out. So now I'm placing my title, and the name of the page is called 872 Go, which is probably a really, really bizarre name. And I've explained it both on my blog and on the Cut Shop, because this posted a couple of days ago. But when my 2-year-old started counting, she would go 8, 7, 2, and every time any of us were counting, those were the numbers that she would say. And then if she was playing, like if she was playing with some toy cars or other toys, she'd go 8, 7, 2, go. And so although that kind of doesn't really have anything to do with my photo, I think it does in a way, because it's her. I'm recording her going to home-based care just for 2 days a week, and so I want to make sure that my layouts also have words and phrases that my kids use. And so I feel like if I didn't record that, then I'd never ever remember that she said it. I'm going to have 4 kids by the end of the year, so yeah, I'll explain it a bit more soon. So what I'm doing here is packaging technique with my new watercolours, so From Close to My Heart. And I was a little bit, I hadn't done it for a very long time, so I used kind of a pale shade of pink, and then I went in with a darker shade just so it could be seen. And I've been pretty conservative because I haven't done any mixed media for a long time, so I've just put it in kind of diagonal across my photo, and some splatters as well. So here I've adhered the cut file and the photo, and here I'm just showing you the ephemera pack, and I went through ahead of time and just pulled out some items that I thought would go with my layout. So now I'm just like auditioning them to see what's going to work. I found those tags were too much. The yellow was introducing another colour, even though it's on that stripe on the side, and the All My Love was really competing with my title. So I'm just adding that flower, and this is one of those, I think it's rubber, like a rubber charm. And I thought the house was appropriate because she goes to my friend's house, and she's the one that does home-based care, and it's in her house and it's lovely. And so I thought that was appropriate to go with the journaling. I'm just stapling down that little acetate crown. You do need to make sure you remove the plastic covering on the protective layer on those acetate shapes. Here I've got a ticket, and I cut it in half, so I've put one half on that side, and that's the other piece. And I ran out of staples. I couldn't find my staples for my little stapler, but I did find some pink ones, so I've used them. So I'm just adding a couple of staples onto this little ticket, just for some interest. And these are the puffy stickers, and my camera runs out of battery, which I'm really sorry for, but all you miss is me sticking down the cute puffy little word, and the butterflies, and the heart. I added a triangle to the top right corner, and then I added my journaling in 2 different spots. Now, my journaling, one part of the journaling talks about her going to home-based care, and the other part explains the 872. Hope you've enjoyed watching my process, and I will be back again very soon.